welcome back, you filthy Valorant casuals, to the Collegiate Valorant League. I hope you guys have been stretching and posture checking and grabbing a snack because we are back with one last match for you guys tonight and you are not going to want to miss it. SDSU White versus SJSU, and the party's going to continue even after the match because DJ Kaleko will be spinning right after this match ends. He'll be doing a live DJ set, so you're not going to want to miss that. And now I get to introduce your lovely casters for the last match of the night. Hello, Eli the Curry and the OG Ben. What's up?
What is up? What is up?
I'm feeling great, getting ready to close out this night. How about you, Ben? How you feeling tonight?
I'm feeling pretty good. I'm ready for the DJ session. I want to hear some music, which I better see you all there because I'm gonna be there. So yeah, let's do it. I'm ready for this. Ready for this game. I think this game's gonna be definitely a bloodbath for sure.
Yeah, there's a bit of intrigue, I think, feeling going into this final match of the night because a little bit of the invincibility of San Jose State has been knocked off. Obviously, we had that big match between them and Northridge on Wednesday, and it was the first time we saw San Jose State lose at all in the league. Can't say Northridge played earlier in the day. They actually went up against another team at the top of the table, CSU Long Beach, and continued their unbeaten streak. So Northridge still looking very strong, but now that Northridge is kind of like emerged out of that scrum as the tier 1 team, there's a little bit of a mixture in the back between San Jose State. I feel like San Diego State Black wants to have something to say about that, and of course Long Beach as well. So I feel like things are a little bit in flux right now. Maybe this might be a situation where San Jose State will have to collect themselves and become what they were in order to avoid falling into the middle of the pack. And maybe, who knows, San Diego State White able to capitalize and make something happen for themselves.
Yeah, I'm not sure how this game's gonna go. I mean, as I'm looking at the leaderboards right now, we do see San Diego White as a 1-5 and San Jose. Where is San Jose? I just had them too. Well, yeah, San Jose is higher actually. So I mean, either way, I think this game could potentially go in the way of San Jose State. They're at a 6-1, so they definitely have a lot of points over San Diego State White. It seems very one-sided right now as we are going into this game as already. It's hard for me to say. Like, I do love voting for the underdogs because I want to see the underdogs come back. Of course, that is always something to see and is always something to witness, as these underdogs can come back. But at the same time, you have to give homage and respect to the teams that are the ones who are leading the pack, as you say, are the ones in the forefront and are taking these games as they go. See, this San Jose is pretty up there, only having a 1 loss as well. So I do think San Jose is going to take this game. I'm not sure by how much. It could be another landslide. I'm not sure. I feel like there is going to be a bloodbath for sure, and San Diego State White, it's not going to go down without a fight at all.
Yeah. Well, we do know that they are. We know that they've got support. They're allowed side. The San Diego teams are well represented in the chat, so we have a pretty good approximation of who the fans will want to win, at least as far as the people we'll see in the chat. But there's a lot to get done when you're off the keyboards and onto the keyboards and mouses, as it were. But I think I do have to concur with you, Bent. If I had to make a prediction, I would definitely say that I would see San Jose State taking this, and perhaps pretty comfortably. But like I mentioned, you never know. McRib, what are your thoughts as we head on into the first rounds?
Yeah, I think I'm going to side with you guys. I mean, I actually really like SDSU as a team. I like both of their teams, but I also think SJSU is probably looking for like a little revenge, and they're going into this looking to like dominate because I mean, they got their streak taken from them last game, so.
And it was a very close game, I feel, between San Jose State and Northridge. They went back and forth really for the majority of the match. It was just those last 3 or 4 rounds where Northridge was able to, pull away. But when you're on top, when you make God bleed, as it were, people maybe stop believing in them. And we'll see how they respond to taking that first punch and finally tasting defeat. And we'll see what San Diego State does. Maybe they picked up some information and they're able to use that, against them right away.
Exactly. It's definitely going to be an interesting game.
And I believe the map that we're going to be playing on is Haven.
Yes.
So can any of you or both of you tell me about it for the folks at home that don't know anything about Valorant?
Haven, a great map. I think it's one of the more balanced maps for sure. 3 points. There's much more, there's much more opportunities to spike plant. There's a lot of 3 lanes on each, what's it called? On each spike. There's about, the 3 lane-ish types. In most shooting games, they have the lanes they can go between. There's a lot of corners. There's a lot of things in the way. There's a lot of objects. So it's definitely a good map for all different types of play styles.
Yeah, Haven is one of those maps where communication is king. There's a lot of ground to cover if you're on the defender side, and there are a lot of, as Bent mentioned, tight corners, blind corners, places to get ambushed if you're an attacker. So safety has to be at the forefront. You really have to think clearly. You have to communicate concisely in order to get the word out. As we see, first blood over the overall match is going to go to Young V as the trades come back in and out. It is a 3v3 here in the early pistol rounds. And we will be seeing San Jose State on attack. They're a very balanced team. I wouldn't say that they favor one or the other. But as we see,
they are starting to rotate far to what it looks like to be C. And then we see, defending side of San Diego White trying to set up and get ready for them as they do take this long rotation around. I would say, we do see one trying to go mid hallway between C and B right now.
Oh, wow, the work done there to get the shot through on a Young V who was going for the defuse.
And the attackers taking the win already. This is what we usually see from San Jose, starting off strong, getting these wins in the beginning. Well, let's see if San Diego White's gonna be able to. I mean, even though it's early in the round, I'm not gonna say they have a whole bunch of momentum already. San Jose is gonna try to run this for sure.
Well, yeah, San Jose, when they find a weakness, they are apt to exploit it. But that was not a terrible round there for San Diego State White. And I think actually maybe a bit of confidence they can feel. You saw Young V getting the first blood. That was a credible retake attempt there. There were just a couple of missed shots and really some great work by Lynn. Getting a kill through the firewall even. They didn't even have sights on the enemy, but was just shooting at the spike. So San Diego State doing well to keep themselves in it. As we see right now, Lynn doing another great job to initiate. And that is the defense broken, and he's already into the back lines. Lynn's going to be looking to completely take out any defenders here as they move on into Site A. Oh, but they got caught with the ability and still finished.
One enemy remaining.
Look at this, going into a flawless 2-0. Like, that's what we see from San Jose. They are a strong team, strong and attacking team. We're already seeing them take a flawless already this early in the game. It looks like they're starting to get their momentum. They, like you said, they exploit the weakness, and they build on that capitalization. So here we go. We're starting to see it already.
I missed what happened to Quasi. I thought they would have the first shot there on Lynn as the ability cooldown happened, but Quasi was not ready to get the gun up and get a shot off. And you don't have that type of time, to be sure, against San Jose State. If you're going to take a round with them and take a fight with almost anybody on this side, you've got to go quickly. We'll see now. San Diego State needs to wake up after that first round. I felt like things were looking pretty good now, but they've been pushed thoroughly onto the back foot here as we see another aggressive push up towards mid here. Lynn gonna get first shot on Young V, and it's over before it even begins for V. And now this is another clean entry into A. You see there's no response, no defenses. Ray B gets 2. Jello and Quasi go down. I mean, it's going to be a plant and 5v2 before the rotation is even in.
And like, almost like we're going for another flawless. I mean, pretty close. Only losing 2 people that round of attacking. San Diego White's economy is definitely going to be hurting right now. I mean, yes, they do get the bye, and especially if San Jose wins this next 2 rounds, the economy is pretty much broken for San Diego White. That's going to be very tough to come back from.
Yeah, the momentum is now thoroughly against them. They have to make this round work if they want to have, I feel like, a chance to get back into this. Just with the experience now and the confidence, it feels like, But I guess never mind. They don't feel like they need to win this round. They're gonna save on this one. Only have pistols as Elvin gets the kill through on Quasi to begin with. Just another incredibly fast start for San Jose State. But you see Rigby here with an opportunity for the flank. If they're not hurt out, they may make something happen. But there's gonna have to be time as Ray B gets the kill on Jello. That Odin putting in work here, and it's another A site push, another slow rotation as Adapt takes out
Adapt
Rigby.
is
Galaxy.
ready.
Planted.
Not even able to get to plant down, and even though it may have been an eco round for them, a round loss is still a round loss. They aren't getting any more losing bonuses, so if they did buy any abilities, that was just a deficit more than anything else. So they need to start maybe trying to throw some Hail Marys and get some breathing room for themselves. Otherwise, this is going to be a total wipe of a game, and this game's going to be over before they even can breathe, before they even know it.
Yeah, well, you see now, Galaxy setting up here. The full guns are out. It is a full buy here. So we're going to at least now, heading into round 5, get a spirited response from San Diego. Because they're not going to take this line down. They're not the team to give up. They're not going to just lay down and allow San Jose State to run the table. San Jose State is met for many challenges. They are no problem engaging an opponent who's on their piece of cues. As we see, Galaxy and Jello started things off well. Lin goes down here. As Adapt moves in, it's going to be a fight on B here.
There's
V with 2.
Young V really switching around. Here we go. They finally are starting to close some of that, close some of that lead that they have on them.
Slow start to begin with, but a great round 5 there for San Diego State. Go ahead, Ben.
I was going to say it was a hard push, especially on their side coming into B side. I think it's why they push A so much. It's a lot easier for them to get into. B is such a tunnel neck or such a bottleneck. It's just easy to take one off at a time.
So I agree with you there. It was a bit of a switch up there from San Jose State, who had to know at that point that they were going to be facing rifles and utility. They knew the full buy was coming here. As you see Rigby here going to be pushing up. This is going to be a bloody engagement. As Rigby gets a free shot there on Lin. There's one, but then caught with the flash in hand. Put the gun down.
Yeah, that was kind of a hard play. Surprised he didn't back off first and try to flash, or just flash right after he got the kill. He waited, and that waiting really caught up with him.
And there was
Here we go.
Alongside Rigby. That could have been a much different fight if there was anybody there to rotate around and pick up the fight for Rigby. Give them time to get that flash off. But they were all on their lonesome. And so what was basically a 1v1 turned into a 1v4.
And look at this. They're still on the C spike or C plan area, while these guys are fully rotating around to A. So look, I think they're going to be caught off guard once the spike goes down, or once the one person at A goes down. And they're going to fight it back.
It is a shorter rotation for the defenders to get around this. They don't have to navigate as long. As you see Adapt though picking up 2 kills. Jello and Young V as they attempt to get over. They're not able, and now Quasi all alone on the map here, and kind of really caught in no man's land. You're not in a high ground situation. As you see this fight being picked here, there's an Odin as well. It's gonna be tough for Quasi there. They do get the kill there on Ray B.
Quasi does get the kill. They're definitely going to have to keep this pressure on as they go for the defuse.
Yeah, but this
that opens it up. That opens up for Chris to take the kill.
Well done there. A beautiful split between Chris and their Viper. Just the positioning of it. They didn't even need both guns. Literally just the presence of them on either side like that gave Quasi too wide of a target to cover. And that's in addition to the pressure that the spike is putting on them. The beeping, knowing that you're running out of time to even go for a defuse without the information about whether the other two are there. So a great retake round there for San Jose State as they reestablished control after San Diego State got at least on the board. But this is going to be tough. As we see Galaxy just riding on a ghost. Not a lot of money again for not a lot of money for San Diego State. You do get the loss bonus. After 4, you'll be able to buy up, and after 1 win, you get 3,000. But whatever money they did spend on guns there was all gone. As you see Chris here, able to get out of trouble, and then Elvin with the pickup.
And then we got Ray B coming out with the Odin with 2 kills. Quasi switching it up for Chris. Just Young V, 11 man, I keep saying 11, but he takes down one, and now, as they switch over to A to get the plant,
Spike planted.
see him behind.
And I think this right here, this setup is actually probably what you could say the most. Young V has this long rotation around the southern flank here to try to get into site A. And San Jose State didn't even think that's where Young V would be. They were smoking off Heaven side up in A. They were just like, oh, this is where somebody would have to be. And Young V wasn't even there yet. You see them get there late. Adapter's already got the gun on that angle. And I think that kind of speaks to the issue that San Diego State is having, where their positioning has just been exploited over and over again by San Jose State. A side that just looks like they're furious about actually losing for once and are anxious to put somebody else in the place that they had been.
I mean, we already see him here with a 6-1, 5-point lead. We're getting close to that halftime. We're still. My math is going all the way right now. We're still, we're close to the switching point, and either San Jose is going to take this all the way.
We got 5 more rounds before they have to go.
Yeah, 5 more rounds, and San Jose has been strong. Even with the 1 loss, they still are coming back super strong with this. So I think going into this last half, they might have a 11-1 lead if they keep strong with this. Even though they're trying to buy, their economy for San Diego State is broken. They don't have a whole bunch to work with. As you can see, some of the abilities, especially on Gilo's side, they're not bought. So they're definitely on a disadvantage right now.
Spike planted.
Get the plan here. It is. See the frantic nature of the rotations here for San Diego State, having to maneuver, but they're fighting for their lives where they're at. It's not as if they're just lazing around. It's crazy there. It's a nice little ambush on Chris, and then Rigby gets it done against Lynn. So this is a 2v2. It's a very manageable round here, but you have to make the movements. As you see, Rigby gonna throw the firewall up. There's the gun out for Quasi, but they're not able to get the shots off on Ray B.
Not able to get any of the shots off that really matter. We see Ray with the light machine gun here. As we do see, it is the spike is going down. Are they gonna be able to get the defuse? They get the defuse, closing it up now. Only 4 points behind.
Well done there by Quasi, especially on that retake. Did a tremendous job getting around here, and we're seeing now, kind of what the frustration is for San Diego State, right? They fell behind. They didn't have the money in those first 4 rounds, so they have to take it on the chin. Save. They buy the guns. They win. Then the issue is when the next time, of course, after all those victories, if you're a San Jose State, you get to spend all your money, which is what they do. They come back and win a round. And so San Diego State is forced to wait again until they get the money to buy rifles up. And so this is a round I think it really matters as Elvin gets the initiation and the kill, where if you're San Diego State, you've got to get these rounds where both teams are fully equipped.
And so much has happened right there, just switching up and forth. Now we're going into a 3v2. It looks good for San Jose State. And now they only have a 1. Galaxy's all by himself. Not sure if he's going to try to save his economy with now the spike going down. Either he's going to try to rush in and get this clutch, or he's going to be overwhelmed and lose his gun, and that's going to hurt as well. As you see, he has no abilities already, so he has nothing to help him. I don't think his economy's doing too well. So
I know exactly.
And he does get a kill, so there is some points for him, but now he is down.
Yeah, it's just the slightest of consolations to get a kill before falling there. As San Diego State will fall further behind 7-2 here. This is the San Jose State that we've seen all season. This team, which is so bloodthirsty, which is so eager to capitalize on any mistakes. You fall behind them for just a half a step, and it feels like they take off at 80 miles an hour. You see now the money there for San Diego State just not there. It's been too many rounds like this, and it's very frustrating because they've done a very fair job when they have been equipped of competing with San Jose State. But if the money isn't there, if you can't afford to just to arm yourself, it's so hard. You've got to make some miraculous things happen. You see Quasi getting a shot on Ray B.
And they're already down 3 people as a 4v2. It's not looking good for them at all. Quasi goes down with the Venom.
Molly there by by the Viper, and there's Lin around the corner. Young V on the shorty trying to make something happen, but there's nothing doing. As
8-2.
Elvin and Lin just were like, you know what? They just decided let's all pick attackers and let's just go off. Let's just have fun. Let's party. It's Friday night. They're trying to party.
8-2. 2 more rounds to the half. It's not looking good for San Diego White at all. So they're gonna have to start trying to make themselves some breathing room and really play hard and really have no mistakes in these next rounds if they want to try to catch up. Otherwise, once the half switches and they lose all their economy, I think they're gonna fall behind, and that's it.
We saw earlier in the first match between Dominguez Hills Gold as Quasi there gets a good kill there on Elvin, traded out with Adapt or taking out Jello, but that's a fair start. But we saw earlier with Dominguez Hills versus St. Louis Obispo what can happen when you go into the round behind 8-4, and it's really rough to come back. That's best case scenario for San Diego State. So even with that grim forecast, the work still needs to get done. As you see, Lin taking out Quasi, but Rigby able to respond. Young V in the building, and there Killjoy ult is gonna zone this off here. This is a great round for them thus far. As Rigby gets one.
Still waiting for the other. He doesn't realize that they're coming around his flank side, and they get him. Young V able to pull that flank out. He was definitely stuck. He's probably trying to see if they would come through a hallway. Now we're at, this is the Hail Mary. This is where you gotta start buying, and we'll have it either could go 9-3 or 8-4. It feels like we're watching almost a replay of the last match that we casted over.
Yeah, this is like I said, yeah, this would be the best case scenario for San Diego State is to get into the half 8-4, and you're bleeding at that point. You don't feel great, but you will take it over 9-3. And I think if you're San Diego State, you would love it as a palate cleanser, because I feel like they have what it takes as far as the gunplay to keep up with San Jose State, but they have to be able to position themselves well. So one final hurrah here to try to salvage something as they head into the attacker side. Maybe they can make a miracle happen. Nick Rib, you've been watching. What do you have any belief that could happen? Do you feel San Diego State is still in this?
I'm not sure. I honestly think SJSU is just so dominant, and they can come back from these rounds if they lose so quickly. I think it's just like SDSU White really struggles to come back from these losses that they've been having.
See Rigby there, whipping on the flash, but Galaxy getting some good shots off, takes down Ray B. The spike is down, but a 3v3, there's still time to maneuver here. As you see Quasi trying to figure out what it is. Gonna get this drone out, see if they can get some information through the Merc.
Well, we know they're underneath. Quasi knows he's underneath Heaven. He's gonna try for the switch. Doesn't even go for him. Now trying to go for the defuse.
They don't know if they have time.
Yeah, the attacker's gone. Or win it. They were going to now 9-3. Now we're switching over on the defense, and who knows? Maybe they can come back, because on the defense, they are running very aggressive players. So this could be their chance to kind of get a couple points back. But I still feel like San Jose State is gonna win overall.
Yeah, if there's one thing I would say about the composition for San Jose State, it was very much built for that half. It was built for them to be attackers. Reyna, Viper, Jet, extremely aggressive heroes, whereas Sova and Omen are more all around, trending a little bit towards defense. But the hand is definitely towards getting into sites, getting kills, and then setting up and stopping retakes. Whereas I feel like there's a bit more of a balanced approach, more conventional from San Diego State. But I think it all really comes down to this early pistol round here, because if San Diego State falls behind in money, they're not going to be able to make it happen. We've seen what happens when they have to fight from an eco deficit. It just doesn't add up for them, as we see Lin getting the first kill. And it's gunfights here. As Rigby, something happened. There's Elvin down.
Even though he got some health damage dealt to him, still is able to get those shots off and really turn around. Look at that switch around as well from Galaxy.
Beautiful placement there. Galaxy with a great setup. Get the ambush. 2 kills there and a spike down. This is a round to win for San Jose State, but patience there from Quasi. Can they get the shots on the back? Okay, Raby does go down.
He is able to go down, but Adapt is definitely playing strong with what he has left.
That was incredible that Adapt had that much time. As you see there,
And
Adapt,
and
not able to
Young
even
V
get to the spike.
did switch it up to Adapt. Now a 9-4. This is where they can start coming back. This is where they can start getting some more breathing room. They are 5 points behind. Yes, San Jose does only need 4 more points to win. But this is San Diego White's chance. This is where they can start starting to breathe again and get some room back. They have won that first round. They do have the economic advantage. Now they can. I would say they need to start using that and really start taking these points back for themselves.
Yeah, but it's looking like a more conservative approach here in this bye from San Diego State, where San Jose State, they moneyed up, they pulled out their guns, they force bought, they are going all in to try to crack this situation wide open. And you see the push from Adapt, who's getting
And
in.
Adapt, yes, Adapt is so strong right now, getting
Dude,
3 kills. A 3v1 trade is a great trade, as well as Chris gets the kill. Ray B gets the kill, winning it for them 10-4. 3 more points to win. This is such a great game, and San Diego just needs to get that breathing room for themselves. Again, now they're in an eco deficit. Yes, they do have, that loss bonus, but that's gonna go away soon, especially once they buy and keep on losing. That's gonna hurt them so bad. So we got to see if they're gonna be able to turn this around, and are they can go for another eco round and just take pistols with them, or are they gonna try to get some guns and fight it out?
Yeah, it's looking unlikely for them. That just the difference in the aggression that round there. San Diego State decided to play it much more passively. San Jose State got out into the front. You see again, San Jose State looks like they're playing deathmatch, or they're attacking with the way that they're fanning out and engaging the fight. They're not waiting for San Diego State to try to set up. They're not interested in seeing what the formations are before they make their moves. San Jose State is just looking to put it to San Diego State. They're looking to flush them out and finish them, as a flawless round ends round number 15. Tremendous look for San Jose State.
I feel like flawless rounds, especially in Valorant, are hard to come by, and they make these, and like San Jose makes it so easy, makes it look like it's just so easy to get all the time. No, they are able just to be so coherent and so confident in all their strategies that they have. As we said before, I wish we could hear what these teams have to say to each other and how they're talking, because I want to know like what's going through their heads and like what are they planning, what's their plan of attack, why are they rushing so hard, or they know this team is just very easily torn apart. So that's just a scale, that's just the strategies they need to have for this team, just to run in, tear them apart, and take them off one by one.
Is a job there. You see Lin initiating there, getting a kill there. Young V on the operator loses that. Chris takes out Quasi. So there's your op down. There's 3 of your attackers down. Rigby soon to follow. The operator is lost here unless Galaxy can make a miracle happen.
Another flawless as we come into the match point. What do you think, Eli? Are they gonna win it with another flawless?
I mean, that's really the question, isn't it? Is it flawless, or did they just win 13-4? Because this is probably the hardest round to try to walk into. Lin is sitting on an operator after just plucking it out of the hands of Young V, and they didn't even take it. What a disrespectful maneuver! They didn't even take the op.
They did not. And I mean, even as we see in the scoreboards, it looks like they're running lower tier guns for sure. So their economy is broken. Their economy is so far down. It's gonna be hard for them to come back. I mean, yes, we're on match point. We have seen it happen where they have come back from such a thing like this, but it's not normal.
No, it is not what you would expect, as Lin gets the kill there on Jello, but it is 4v4. Rigby was able to initiate with the ult, and there's Galaxy taking out Lin. That's a huge blow to San Jose State. Ray B gonna go and trade with Galaxy, and then Young V finishes off as the plant comes down
as a strong player. Now it's a 1v3. Is Elvin gonna try to get this clutch up? He definitely could get this clutch and just end the game, or they might have to go another round, as he's already getting 1 kill on Young V, which is a strong player. The other 2 players are outside of the field of C.
Yeah, they're gonna be looking at, they're just putting sights on the spike now when Elvin touches, because that's what's happening, as you see right here.
Elvin they just gave Elvin the chance to defuse it too.
Yeah, but there's the Hunter's Fury to force him off. Gonna make him dance, and there's Rigby. Yeah, that was a well-executed retake strategy there by San Diego State. They had that under control between Rigby and Solvazol. You know that basically they can't even touch the spike because as soon as they start defusing, the Hunter's Fury just is going to evaporate whoever is in that area. So you have to back off. And maybe a little bit of hubris biting San Jose State in the Tookish, just $5,000 gun on the ground, and they're just like, no, we don't need it. No, we'll win anyway.
They should have taken it, even just for the economy.
Yeah. We'll see now what happens is San Diego State reminding San Jose State they're not to be trifled with. This is 15-2. It's not a particularly close match thus far, but this is by no means an easy round of victories to get. San Diego State is quite capable of defending themselves, especially if San Jose State doesn't want to bring their A game.
And we see, as we saw, the one rotating all the way around behind them trying to get their flank, the Omen, which is definitely going to work. If he pulls this off, that's going to be the winning move right there for them.
And now we're pushing in. It's going to get some engagements here. Galaxy attacks.
And then switching for Young V. Already taking down 3 now, splitting them up.
Daz went in with basically, like you mentioned, is to try to go for a back-breaking flank. Was able to get 2, but was well met. Young V was able to hand them off, as you see Ray B getting a kill here. Now, once again, up to Galaxy and Rigby. Oh, wow, that's tough.
Ray B taking them down. Galaxy being the last one. It looks like the game is already over unless Galaxy can pull a clutch, but not able to. A quick game, a 13-5 game. It definitely seemed like somewhat of a steamroll for sure, especially with San Jose being such a strong team, as we said, and SDS White not taking it at all. And I think definitely that turning point was when San Jose got that momentum. They just kept it, was able to run with it, and not give San Diego State White any breathing room. And that's what definitely had San Jose on the run, or San Jose for the win.
This is you're looking at one of the top teams in the league with San Jose State, right? Clearly now we have to say number 2 as Northridge has staked their claim to that top spot, but the hunger is very much there. San Jose State unshattered, unbroken by that defeat. They respond as you would expect a team of their caliber to do. San Diego State, on the other hand, I would say maybe not as far behind as it would feel looking at the scoreboard. I would definitely say if they're able to coordinate a little bit better, if those rotations can just get a little tighter, and that's tough to do on a map like this, obviously. This is a huge map, so it's hard to get around. But those are the little differences a team like San Jose State loves to capitalize on. Those are your winners, folks. Those are your number ones. San Jose State, once again, looking to show that they are still worthy of being talked about as the best team in the league.
And as Eli said before this match, San Jose did take their first loss, but that's not going to make them go down or anything. That's just going to make them better and more, and come back even with more ferociousness for all these next games that they got to play.
Yeah, the hunger is there. Well, folks, though it was a quick final match, I hope you still enjoyed it, and I am happy to say, regardless of how quickly the last match went, we are not done. And why are we not done? What is it that what McRib? I forgot what is happening.
I think we're gonna have a live DJ set after the match right now.
Are you saying we're gonna continue this party? Are you saying we're gonna be having some fire tracks played out of this after this? We're gonna have an after party?
I think so.
Yeah, that is the case. I do believe we are.
So are you telling the viewers they better not leave, but they better stay?
That is correct. We're going to be having DJ Cole Echo in the building. Well, not in the building, but in the building if your speakers is on or in your headphones, wherever your music is played in your setup, we will be having some live music. But that will do it for the Valorant action tonight. It's been wonderful casting with you all.
So you hear that? You better not leave now. Y'all better stay. We're having a DJ for you guys. So come on, we gonna be there. If you ain't there, you a square. I know I might be in a square, but I ain't no square. So y'all better be coming around, all right? All right, now I'm gonna zoom out. The cringe cam is over. Y'all better stay.
I don't have anything for that, McRib.
All right, we'll see you guys later. We'll be in chat chilling with you guys for DJ Kaleko set. I'm Queen McRib. I've been your host.
I'm the OG Ben. I'm the cringe cam master.
I'm Eli the Curry, who needs a nickname. We will see you. We will see you on Monday.